Askreddit asks, what is something that your profession allows you to do that would otherwise be illegal?
I arrange for people to take power tools, knives and ropes into prisons.
I worked in construction in a prison. 2 hours to check in. Work 4 hours. 2 hours to check out. Heaven forbid you forget an essential tool outside of the 17 locked doors and gates.
Santa.
Why does it take so long to check in, out?
Disposal of dead bodies.
Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew.
Username checks out.
Someone with a wood chipper and access to a lake?
The grave robbing and general looting. Edit. For people asking how long has to pass for grave robbing to be considered archaeology, the short answer is, it depends. You can't put an arbitrary number on that. What culture is the grave from? Are there living descendants?
What is the justification for excavation?
Fellow archaeologist.
Do archaeologists have private archaeologist jokes?
Rub oil on naked people for money.
Architect.
My sister specializes in deep tissue massage. And she calls it beating up her clients. She beat up a cop the other day.
Massage therapist, lol.
I can freely look up clients' social security numbers, sometimes the bank accounts, and just about all of their most personal information.
Yeah, I stole over 200 identities this past tax season. I even told the IRS I was doing it. Put it on a big form and everything. The best part is, my victims paid me to do it.
FBI.
Carry a gun on an airplane.
Now that's a job that I think would be interesting to hear about.
Anyone can carry a gun into an airplane. Just not any airplane.
Air Marshal.
I do that all the time. These guns woo! Exclamation mark. Kisses biceps.
I get to use all the, for official use only, center median U-turns on the highway.
I had a friend get pulled over for doing this. And the cop came up and said to him, "These are for official use only." His response was, "Yeah. I was officially using it. It went well."
You drive for Uber?
Aren't you then just driving in an elaborate and large circle all day?
Cut off your clothes, see you naked, and electrocute you with 2 J per kilogram of electricity. All while I have my hands all over your chest.
Also drive far above the speed limit. Force cars to veer for you. Possess and inject opioids. And put unconscious people into a van and drive them off to a building where many people die and people are regularly cut open.
Paramedic. Break into houses and steal cars.
What's your job?
Auto and domestic locksmith, aka burglar with a business card.
If I wanted to get into lockpicking as a hobby, where would I start?
I was thinking Repo Man.
Chop up various human organs. Sometimes I take a little piece home with me.
Pathologist.
I remember my days as a mailman.
You work in histology. Username checks out.
Stick my fingers up people's vaginas and bums. Not a pervert, just a nurse.
Why not both? Not illegal if you have consent. Winking face.
I get to walk into my workplace with an axe and nobody blinks an eye. It would be very strange to not be carrying an axe. To be honest.
Imagine if you carried in a feather duster and the building went into lockdown and the surrounding streets were cordoned off.
Nice. I had a position where I was encouraged to cart a rifle and/or shotgun to work. As well as another job where I was asked to have my handgun on me a few times.
Hipster.
I get paid by the US government to look at child pornography. Mostly sitting in office buildings for Secret Service, FBI, Homeland Security, and, rarely, local police departments. This is because the government has to pay for a defense attorney if a defendant can't afford an attorney. And the attorney has the right to hire a computer forensic expert and check the evidence in person. In 20 years, I've seen only one case where the prosecuting attorney got the defendant mixed up with another defendant and I had to say, "Guys, this defendant does not have any of this evidence at all on his computer," and they quickly found the mistake. Other than that, the government mostly gets it right. But there have been a few cases where although the evidence existed, the government got search warrants that were not exactly legal. Most of the work is not designed to show that the defendant is innocent but rather to quantify how guilty he is. And/or find evidence that sort of explains the story. And/or if they represent a threat to others. In other words, it's used at sentencing but not at trial. No one wants to present this evidence in front of a jury.
I have access to pretty much every explosive known to mankind. Also, I can legally cook meth. As long as I do the paperwork for it. Edit. I should clarify. Chemical explosives. Thought nuclear weapons aren't as hard to acquire as you might think. URL redacted. Edit 2. I've gotten a lot of two very different yet similar responses. Lots of people asking, what job? Comma, and lots of people saying, a fellow chemist. Yes, I'm a research chemist. Edit 3. The meth cooking is to train local Leo in spotting meth labs. D occasionally runs clinics. I've participated in one.
Watching film releases before the official release date. Torrent Cedar.
Pimp.
Years ago, I would have loved that. Now, I sift through 15 minutes of garbage before I can even find something half interesting on Netflix.
Tackle people because they have something I want.
Walmart Black Friday shopper.
Football player.
United.
Drive fast. Talk on my phone. Put needles into people. Cut off clothing of unconscious people.
Newspaper rounds sure have changed since I were a boy.
Don't forget jamming things down throats.
Depends on the route, I guess.
Ethical penetration tester. I've been trained to be a cyber criminal but to use my knowledge to help people.
Oh right. Computers. Right. I was thinking something. I dunno, else.
Sometimes the two overlap. URL redacted. Gadgets, 2017-04. See my vibrator security issues.
Last week I had an appointment with a woman who stabbed me repeatedly for the sole purpose of permanently scarring me.
Tattoo artist?
I wonder, if a tattoo artist kills someone in the process of giving them a tattoo, would the news reports say they stabbed the victim thousands of times before they died?
I once paid a woman to stab me in the face.
Watch what everyone, in the schools, is doing on their PCs. Real time. Total invasion of privacy stuff. But it's for safeguarding the students, so it's all allowed. Edit. USB drives are disabled and the boot BIOS is password protected. Added that it's school-based. I don't work for the FBI, but please drink more water anyway.
You can see what people are viewing. I thought you could only see the URL people were accessing, so, URL redacted, and not, URL redacted, Askreddit. Also, what percentage of people in your experience use a VPN?
At my old job it was okay to kill people. I never did, but if I did it would have been okay.
Military.
Babysitter, I always tip my doctors.
Doc, did you forget that you pulled out the plug on my grandma?
Finger a minor in front a live audience.
Don't forget plucking the G-string. Okay, explain.
First time my best friend after dinner at my house, we were like 8. My dad Saturday down at the table and promptly announced, "So, I broke my G-string today." We dissolved into a puddle of giggles.
I'm a tandem skydiving instructor. It would otherwise be illegal to push people out of an airplane from 13,000 feet above the earth.
Only if you gave them a parachute.
Pro tip. You can jump from a helicopter to get a 6-speed boost. Give people drugs also, letting them die with their advanced legal consent.
I think it's legal for most people to let people die. 2.
Let me die, please.
No.
Going on closed trails or off-trail in areas that have been closed to the public for field research.
Pokemon Go player.
Field biologist.
Close enough. Pokemon are living too.
Watch people shower. Seems like I finally got the formula for updates right.
I do that too. I'm an occupational therapist. Closing parenthesis dot.
What job is that?
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel, and above all, have an excellent day, you incredible people.